Hey everybody, Retro Geek Dad here, back with another toy review. This time we are looking at the DC Multiverse Batgirl figure. I picked this up at Target. It was like 20 something dollars, I believe, $25 maybe. But this is Batgirl from the Batman 3 Jokers. It is from McFarlane. Take a quick look at just the packaging real quick. Nice little figure scene here. Trying to get it to where you can see it. Sorry about the light. That's the actual figure. Of course, the rest of this wave, King Shazam, Wonder Woman here, the Bat Cycle, Dr. Fate, Batman with battle damage. Let me switch to my macro lens real quick so you can kind of see better. So there's the other figures. McFarlane toys. So I really do like some of these McFarlane figures. I've been kind of picky choosy about which ones I get. I don't want to get all of them, but can't have Batman without Batgirl. She does come with, it's like a bat grappling hook, and then up here at the top she's got her batarang. Have an odd leg joint. I'm not sure if you can see that. A weird odd leg joint, but then you have the stand. Of course, there is a like a little card in the back, like a kind of like a collector card, I guess. But it does advertise right here at the top, 22 moving parts. So that's a lot of articulation. But, oh, UPC code. Take a look at the UPC code real quick. Of course, all the other information, legal stuff. So, yeah, they were just putting this out when I got to Target. There was a few on the shelf, so I don't know how good availability is right now. I know that there is a lot of peg warmers. For these, McFarlane Batman figures or DC figures. I have seen a few, coming soon figures that look pretty cool. But yeah, kind of a pick and choose line. But we're going to open her up, check out the figure, see what we got. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cut the little piece of tape here at the bottom. That, and then the stand is attached to the blister card, or the cardboard backing, and then the card. Let's take those off real quick. Just always be careful when you're doing stuff like this, especially if you're using a razor blade like I am. I never cared for the McFarlane brand stands. I even had collected some of the Spawn figures from back in the day, way back in the day. And those stands are always really rough. And just real thin, flimsy. Not really flimsy, but real thin. They got brittle over time. I'm trying to get this daggone cord out. But yeah, a lot of the old Spawn figures, the stands that they came with, did not survive the test of time. But here is the card. Switch to the macro lens. There's the card. Of course, it's the same picture that's on the the back of the packaging. Little detail. You can pause it if you want to read it. But that's the card, and of course the stand. You know, so it's real, you know, there's not much to it. It does have the logo. The logo. Let's move on to the figure. So we do have the little grappling gun, and it's held in with tape. It's kind of rubbery, kind of flimsy. And we have the single batarang. Which, thank goodness it's bright yellow, because I see that getting dropped around. So just a little simple batarang. Okay. So the figure, we've got a few little ties around the ankles and the arms. The cape actually goes through the packaging right here too. So I'll try to really gentle. Oh, Lord. Went to go grab her and her head popped off. So she does have another attachment at the waist that was hidden by the cape. Okay. So, all these little plastic pieces off. So I meant to introduce her to the world, and her head popped off. So pop it back on. Yeah. So it pops in and out. Really loose joint there. Kind of loses. It's kind of a squishy neck, like almost no neck. Yeah. So let's put that behind us. So I'm noticing that the legs are kind of turned kind of like that, if that makes any sense. Yeah, can you guys see that, how the legs are kind of turned? I'm trying to see if I can kind of rotate them out some. I'm noticing that some of the joints, that kind of click into place. Not sure if you can hear that. They kind of click almost. So you can definitely get some good poses. Look at articulation real quick. Of course the head, you know, the head's removable. It's really loose. Arms. So we do have, I'm going to switch to my macro lens real quick so we can get up close at some of the joints. Okay, so we'll switch to the macro lens so we can look at the joints a little better. So there are, you do have a joint here and then another joint. So you have two shoulder joints, one that lets it go in and out, and then you have your standard, it's like a ball joint. So, and of course we have a turn here. And the elbows are double jointed, so we can get some good movement there. And the wrist is on a ball joint. I'm sure you can hear that. So all the joints kind of lock into place. She does have a holding hand, and the other, the other arm's the same. We do have that double joint right there. torso. We have movement we do have movement here, and we have movement at the waist. Some movement at the waist, kind of back and forth. Really doesn't. Well, it does turn. There we go. So we have movement here and movement here, and then with the legs, there is not really a ball joint, but it does have movement here, movement here. So, you know, it's kind of an odd joint. The knees and the legs, the knees are double jointed, so we can get some good joints there. And then the ankle, we have some turning here, rotation here, and we do have a joint at the toe. I never really cared for the toe joints. I mean, if you wanted to get the pose, yeah, but I mean, that's just realistically whose foot does that, you know, especially in boots. But I mean, if she does come with a motorcycle, if they make her motorcycle later, yeah, that would be pretty cool, because you could have her, you know, with her toes on the you know, the clutch, the shifter. Word escaped me. Really good articulation. I'm really happy with the articulation. I guess the way that the legs are was just kind of how they were in the packaging. So really good articulation. I'm really happy with it. Face sculpt's pretty good. I really don't see any paint errors. Hair is good. I like the, you know, the color in the hair. Just for the sake of looking at it. The cape, you know, the details in the cape are pretty good. It does have that kind of windswept look for the cape. I probably would have preferred like maybe like a cloth cape, like a fabric cloth cape or something. But oh, not bad. Take a look at the accessories real quick. So she does have, both of her hands are grabbing hands. So we'll just stick the batarang. So the batarang holds pretty good. See if we can see that. A lot of yellow on yellow. So holds pretty good. Doesn't really want to come out or fall out. Grappling hook. It's a little harder to get into her hand. That does go in there. So I'm probably putting it in wrong because it looks like the trigger for it right there. But for the sake of showing it, it's pretty good. The grappling hook feels a bit goofy to me. I probably won't display her with. I'll probably display her without that. But the batarang's really cool, just the way it fits in her hand. Check out this stand. So she does have peg holes in her feet. You can actually feel the peg hole pushing through when you push her on there. That's how thin that is. So, let's see if I can get a better shot here. Hopefully we'll get like a, if she has a motorcycle, hopefully we'll get like a motorcycle. Of course, it probably is not showing up very good with the micro lens. Let's try that real quick. Get this a little better. Sure. So yeah, it's a really cool, figure. I really like the articulation. A little upset at how easy the head just pops off. I wish the neck was just a little bit longer. Maybe right there. But the head clicks in there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's a really cool figure. And we'll see you again soon.